The little ones.
Yes, you might.
Well,
Hello, hello.
I always have to check the watch. You never remember the watch.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good evening, everyone.
I'll be back to, I'll be back.
We're going to go ahead and get started. It's pretty close to 5:30. We really appreciate everybody being here on time. I'd like to welcome you back from your holiday break. Some of you have exciting adventures to talk about. Others of us were here in Cleveland and still had exciting adventures to talk about. It's been 7 weeks since our last meeting, so I'm hoping that the advanced materials and instruction that you received will help you kind of get back in the game, so to speak. So we're ready to dig in this evening. First, Chip and I would like to thank all of you for your response to the checklist survey. There were 23 out of 25 that responded to that. So that was a great success. We're really pleased about that. And we know from those results that we have strong consensus on goals A through G and with many of the objectives. So it gives us a clearer sense of where we're at and what are the remaining issues to be discussed. The checklist that you completed had over 150 items when you go from the goals to the objectives to the strategies. So that's a lot of work and obviously a lot of detail. According to the advanced materials that you received tonight, we're focusing on two areas, and one is goal E, access and connections, especially talking about pedestrian, biking, and hiking trails. The second topic is goal A and B, rural village character and harmony with nature. Okay, so how are we going to go about doing this? What's our game plan? Chip and Chris and I certainly heard the comments that you made previously, informally and directly, about some of your frustrations with regard to receiving materials with enough advance to really review them, having enough time for discussion in small group, and for being clear about what the conclusions were. so that when you would leave at the end of the meeting, you had some sense of what we accomplished and what would be the next steps. So with that in mind, we, Chip and I and Chris have agreed to change the format. We have obviously two groups. Both groups are going to be addressing the same topics, but the way it's going to work is that Chip and I will each facilitate, and when we finish with the first topic and questions, we'll do a report out from the two groups and see where we are. Is there a consensus? Is there difference? Do we need to go back and discuss a little further? We'll do that for the second one as well. And hopefully then at the end, we'll be able to summarize and have a sense of where there's some congruence and where we need to go back and discuss a little bit further. We know that there's interest in continuing to discuss the rural village character. I'm sorry, not the rural village character, the town center and housing. But we're putting those aside for right now. We'll kind of come back to that. We're interested in seeing how this experiment tonight is going to work, and if that's a successful format for continuing our discussions. Okay, so before we get started, are there any questions about what we're going to do or how we're going to approach it? Okay, so far so good. All right, we've recorded this early part of the meeting, but that's the extent of the recording, because now we're going to go into small group. The rest of it's going to be discussion, and those never get picked up appropriately on the video. So, all right, with that, Chip and I will start to work with you.